everybody. It is Monday morning. I just got off the phone with daughter. She has probably going to have a showing today. She'll find out in a little while. And she probably isn't going to want to take little man. So I might be babysitting for a little bit today after nap time, which is fine. We also have somebody in the extended family we just found out who might be very seriously ill. Prayers and thoughts and all that. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna do some cleaning up. I've got to film a clip for Patreon and gather some things, sort of sort and organize my unfinished object bins. And do some cleaning up so that I can I have a few more unfinished objects like back there. We still of course have a lot of these I have to do something with. If I'm not going to do anything with them immediately, then I have to find a place to store them that makes sense. Yeah, that's hilarious. All right. That's it for the minute. I'll be back. Hello, everybody. It is Monday afternoon, evening. It's after 6.
It's 6:16.
It's hot out, but not as hot as it's going to be the next couple of days. So
It's what, 77, 78?
something like that. We're headed out for a walk. I did get everything done today I wanted and started binding off my current sweater I'm working on. Anyway, hold on. Got videos filmed and edited. I'm working on another knit cotton tank top, and I got to the part where I'm binding off the bottom, and I'll put the ribbing on the armholes and the neck, and then I'm going to start another one. I want to make a few of these because I like it. Anyway, I also did a little emergency babysitting today, but that's fine. We're going to go for a walk and see some things, and I'll be back. It is Tuesday, July something. 14th, I don't know. Was babysitting day. Little mister has just gone home. They were supposed to go out of town for a few days, but there's some stuff going on, and they may not, so I may still be babysitting on Thursday, but we'll see. I don't know. It's not a big deal either way. But it's 4:40 p.m. He just left, and Bob is still on duty at work on the computer, so I'm gonna come up here and sit and relax in my art space for a little bit and chill after being on call all day with the grandson. So anyway, and it's blasting hot outside. All right, I'll be back. Big surprise, I had the date wrong. It's January, July 15th. All right, I'll be back. I'm never gonna get it straight, just FYI. Thank God for calendars. I'll be guys, back. It is just about lunchtime, and I need to go downstairs and fix said lunch, but also do a couple chores. I went out early this morning to run a couple quick errands, including buying a birthday present for my cousin's son's birthday, and a couple things. So I did that. I've been working on my tank top, and I've got the neckline done. The bottom is done. There we go. So I just need to rib both armholes, and then we're done. And I can start on the next one. I should be able to get the ribbing part done today. I'm not sure if I'm babysitting tomorrow or not. Originally, the kids were supposed to go out of town, but I'm waiting to hear if that's still happening or not. And yeah, that's it for the minute. Not a lot, but you know, I'm not mad about it. Just having a relaxing day. At some point I will not only work on that today, but catch up on daily drawing, hopefully get some posts on social media and all of that jazz. But first, chores. Not my favorite. I'll be back. Found out a little while ago, I am indeed not babysitting tomorrow. They're headed out of town for a couple of days to spend time with my son-in-law's sister and things. So, which is good. And they'll be home for about a week, and then they're going to go down to California because there's some stuff going on down there with the family, and they could use some prayers. So anyway, I did get the green tank top done, and except for weaving and all that and tying off all the ends. So I'm going to give my fingers a break. I'm going to put a picture here of a little leather cuff I made for my finger. Whether I'm knitting or crocheting, yarn, needles, or something tend to rub on this finger right about here. And if I'm doing it long enough, it starts to hurt. So I have some scrap leather. I barely know the proper way of sewing it, but I do kind of know. So I pulled out a couple of needles and some thread, and we got a little cuff made. I'm not going to buy one. I have the stuff to just make one, and if it works well enough, I'll make a couple more. But I did have it on for a little bit, and it seemed to work really well. So there's that. It's really bright and very hot out here. I'm going to try to get a few chores done and cook Mr. Bob some dinner in a little bit before he goes off to his lodge thing he has tonight. He doesn't normally go on Wednesdays, but he's got one tonight. So anyway. I think that's it for the minute. Other than me weaving in ends, that's not interesting to anybody. I want to do it on the sweater because I want to wear the sweater. Not that it's cool enough out. I don't want to do it on a blanket. I kind of want to line the blanket with polar fleece and just tie knots on everything and trim them short. And then maybe hand stitch the polar fleece to the crochet blanket. What do you all think of that idea? Here's a picture of the blanket for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. Anyway, leave your ideas in the comments below. I'll be back. Okay, so I got a lot of knitting done today. I'm working with a cotton silk yarn from Noro, and we're working on the tank top pattern because not only do I like the pattern and I like the way it fits, but it's also summer and tank top weather. So yeah. Anyway, I also got caught up in daily drawings and got some sewing done, and I'm experimenting with some DIY ideas for making your own labels to go on your things that you make, your garments and bags and things that you make. I don't want to say too much about it yet because I'm not sure it's going to work. Supposedly it's waterproof, but we'll see. I have to wait 2 days after making them to try and find out, so I don't know. I'll let you know. All right. We're going to go get some steps in because Crazy Pants needs to walk. She did jump on Opa and scratched his back and put a hole in his shirt. So I guess I have some mending to do tomorrow.
I think it's not my best shirt.
Good thing. All right. I'll see you in a minute. I'll be back. Okay, guys. I don't think I vlogged yet today. It is almost 5 o'clock on Friday. July something. 20th? 19th? I don't know. Family dinner night. Went out this morning and ran a couple of errands to get ready for said family dinner night. And then I spent the rest of the afternoon knitting. I am working with a Noro yarn. It's a cotton silk blend on another tank top, and it is working up beautifully. I'll try to take a picture of the little bit I have done already and put it here. The pattern and colors on the yarn are just great, and the texture, it's so fabulous. Anyway, when the rest of the kids get here that are coming tonight, one of them needs some help with some art for therapy. So we're gonna go grab a few supplies for her upstairs while the boys drink and do whatever they're gonna do down here, eat or whatever. Then we'll make pizza. Sounds like a plan to me. All right. A friend of mine is also looking for some help with learning to crochet. If y'all have recommendations for a good beginner crochet video, and I mean somebody who does not know anything about how to crochet, put the links down if you can in the comments below. If you can't, write a description so I can find the video. All right, that's it for the minute. I'll be back. everybody. Take the thing out of my ear. This week has been a little nutty, to say the least. I haven't got a lot of creativity done that's been filmed because I'm too busy doing other stuff and or catching up on knitting, and you've seen a few minutes of that. I've done a lot of it this week. I did finish one project and start another one. But it's not like super exciting or anything. Anyway, I am going to, it's Saturday, by the way, the 19th, and it's like almost 7 o'clock. I did go through some of my stuff that I've had since California and put together a kit of things for a family friend who is going through some things and needs some stuff to do some art therapy with. So we got her set aside. I almost forgot. I have these, you know what? Let me get some water and let's test this and we'll talk about it. And to prop you up on. Should probably use the proper thing. Because yeah, probably is a good idea. A little bit crooked, but that's okay. So I saw a video a week or two ago from somebody who made their own labels, and I know I talked about that before, and it really inspired me to see if I could do the same thing. So I got some iron-on transfer paper for my inkjet printer, because that's what I have, and that's what she used, and supposedly it worked. I got some plain white cotton out. I printed something. Now to the design I used, I got from Canva. And so that's the design. Oop, 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 oop. Which, if this works, is real cute. I know the text isn't, well, it's not readable at all without my glasses on, but I can read it. And I know it's a little small, but I didn't want to print them too big for lots of reasons, but especially if this isn't going to work. Supposedly, if you let this sit for, the directions on the back say don't wash within 48 hours after transfer. Full spin cycle, cold water washing, turn the garment inside out when washing, no delicate washing, no tumble dry. I line dry a lot of my clothes anyway, so it's not a big deal. Wash the garment before wearing, don't use bleach or alkaline detergent, don't soak to wash, remove garment promptly after washing, colors may bleed if left wet too long, unfold the transferred images, hang to dry naturally. So yeah, so what I want to do is I don't want to soak it in here, it says not to, but I want to like dip it in here and see if the ink is going to run, because it's an inkjet printer. So we're going to do that. Of course, did I grab a paper towel? No. You guys. It's not coming off. It worked. Oh my God. I will try to find the video and link it below for you all. I can't believe that worked. I like ordering embroidered tags and the laser printed engraved leather or faux leather tags. But for some things, if I can create my own, yeah, easier. And I make a lot of stuff and I end up giving it, some of it, well, at least half of it away to somebody, like we did with the friend this weekend. We're donating it to charity. I just like making things, so that's a thing. All right, now we need to prep August and September's daily drawing journal. I actually need to prep two. The end of August is going to be very busy for me, and I'm not going to have a lot of time to do this then. So we're going to do it now. And I also want to do the August one ahead, even though it's only like mid-July. Because there's a lot, next month or so, there's a lot going on. I'm going to grab some stickers and stuff in the packing tape, and I'll talk to you about what's going on. And I can't remember if I mentioned this before or not, but I've been doing so much needlework lately that and I probably did in a previous clip that the yarn or knitting needles or crochet hooks rub on my ring finger. And so I took a scrap piece of leather and I made basically a finger cuff. So when I'm doing any type of needlework like that, nothing rubs on there anymore. It doesn't hurt. So that actually is working really well. All right. So for decorating the outside of my daily drawing journals, and I usually use something like this with pretty thin paper in it. When I can get it, there's one that I can find on Amazon that has thicker paper that I really like, but they've been out of it for a long time. I'll try to link both of the journal types down below. They come in sets of, I think, 12. So once a year. For the decorating of the outside, I usually use some kind of Dollar Tree stickers. They're intended for wall decor. I just picked up this one the other day, which is a big moth. I think it opens. Maybe. So things are really crazy around here lately because we have somebody in the extended family who's very seriously ill. Yeah, here we go. So there's that. And my dad is moving to Iowa. He lives up here in the Pacific Northwest. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. Can I fit 1/2 of this moth on here? I think I can. So we've been helping where we can with his move, and he is going to be using our house as sort of a base for the changeover. He and my sister both. Oh yeah, see? And then I cover the whole thing with packing tape to keep it on there and to protect it. So he and my sister are going to be using, I might just use this one here, the house as a base for driving vehicles out to Iowa and all the stuff that goes with it. Now, my dad has given a lot of belongings away and or sold things. After my mom passed away, I inherited some artwork that was my grandfather's, his father's, a copy of the Declaration of Independence. My grandfather was in the grocery business, and the copy says it was a copy gifted from Oro Wheat Baking Company. I don't know when, but yeah. And then I have a copy of a piece of artwork representing Lucca, Italy, which is the area my family is from. One of the areas in Italy. I am Italian, for those that didn't know. My maiden name is Bronzini. It's kind of Italian. So anyway, so there's been a lot going on, and it's been crazy, crazier than normal. I think the whole year has just gotten to be completely insane. Just kind of a nutty year, I think. So it gets challenging to... That's the dog. We're watching the grand dog. She's gonna bark. They might be going for a WALK or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's gotten to where it's just completely insanely busy. I'm trying to stay as creative as I can because number one, it helps keep me calm. This week, it's been hard to film. I'll tell you why. Because I have a mammogram next week. For those that don't know, I suffer from anxiety and disorder and depression, and medical things are a trigger for me. And there's nothing wrong. It's just a routine check. There doesn't have to be anything wrong for me to go sideways with it mentally. And the extended family member being sick isn't helping. And there's absolutely not a damn thing I can do to help, which makes it worse. They must be going for a WA. Okay, hold on. I was right. They're going for a walk. She loves walking. Anyway, so I've been struggling lately, to be honest, and this week especially. My appointment is Wednesday, so looking forward to get past that. I am putting these stickers on. By the way, you can't see what I'm doing at all, but I'm putting them on at random. And how cute does that turn out? I usually stick at least one quote. This whole little drawer. All my stuff is like organized into drawers like that so I can find things. So I usually put words on everything. I didn't understand for a long time why I always wanted to do that. Now I know it's sort of a therapy for me, using words in my art. So let's see. Well, I think that one will work on August. I like this one for September. We're all still learning, right? Constantly. Let's see. Good things take time. Ooh, positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. Just one more chapter. Let's see. Picking it out is the hardest part about this. You can get packs pretty inexpensively of just quote stickers on Amazon. And they just like have random things in them. When some of my drawer gets low, I order more. Let's see. Looking for one more. Perfectly imperfect. I like that. Okay. Don't think about it too much. So now I'm going to put all these stickers on here. Someday if I can get the backing off. We do have some trips coming up, so I found a little airplane that says let's travel, so that's going to go on one of these. So anyway, I don't know about the rest of you, but even without watching the news, things are a little challenging. The news doesn't help, and I very much try to avoid said news because it's just not good. It's not healthy. I'd rather watch, let's see, the Hoof GP, Tarantula Cat, Everything Auto, and a new one that she is absolutely hilarious, Peaches and Diesel. I will link her and the other channels down below. Peaches does a lot of shorts. She may not consider herself a comedian. She's a comedian. If you're a female of a certain age, especially, go watch her and check her out. She's hilarious. And creative, but hilarious. Okay, these are hard to get off the back suddenly. Okay. And by the way, this one is drying. It's almost completely dry already because it's hot in here. The ink has not run at all. I think we have a winner. I'll link the iron-on sheets I got down below. I did get them on Amazon because I just didn't feel like driving around. But you could probably try it with one that you can find at your local office supply store. The one I bought did say it was water resistant or waterproof. So you probably want to look for that. Okay, now we're going to cover these with packing tape. I just use regular cheap packing tape, whatever I can find. I'm going to lower you down a little bit. Okay, fixed it. So I started the spine and then work my way out to either edge of the cover. I want to leave about 1/4 of an inch or so hanging over the long edge of the cover. You want a little bit hanging over all the edges of the cover. And I always overlap the tape a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to take the spine. There we go. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut the tape up to the spine on either end. And then we're going to open it. And pull everything into the back side of the cover. Sometimes I trim a little bit off the corners, depending on how sloppy I have or haven't gotten. It's helpful. And then that one's done. Then flip all the pages the other way and do it on the other side. I don't like spending a ton of money on the journal, and I love the idea and have for a long time of decorating the outside myself. And I have a lot of mixed media supplies and stickers and things I just don't have the heart to get rid of. So I've been doing this and I love it. I've been doing it for a long time. And then my daily drawing journal is ready. All I have to do is I usually have some sort of inspiration word list, and I've been creating my own this year and posting them up on Patreon. So if you want access to not only the word lists but the video, I do have some other inspiration cards, and I've been doing little videos that they get over there. Anyway, I take the list and I glue it to the inside of the cover, and then I use the pages. This is for one whole month. So I'm gonna do this one now. So if you're feeling like things have just been insane and crazy for you and you do not have time to get in your art room or do much in your art room, do anything in your art, you're not alone. We all feel like that at times. And I know lately I have felt that way, but I am adapting my creativity to be something that I can do in 5 minutes. Something I can do and take with me that doesn't take up lots of luggage room. I have a couple of small, well, I have more than a couple. I have some small art kits that are just small and simple and quick and easy that I can take with me and go. And so I can still do some creativity. And of course, One of the reasons I got back into knitting and crochet, and at some point I'll be doing embroidery again and slow stitching, is because that's really easy to take with you. Whether you're just nervous about going to the doctor, or something else that's stressful, or you're going on a vacation and you want to have some, something to do creatively in the downtime, or, sometimes when husband and I are traveling, we'll find a local little coffee shop and sit and have a cup of coffee. And while he's either doom scrolling on his phone or just looking around and enjoying the coffee, I'm doing a quick sketch, or I'm working on my crochet project. I bring the crocheted little hearts. I'll put a picture here that I make in honor of my cousin who passed away. I'll bring them with me and I pass those out while we're on vacation. I do all kinds of stuff like that. Being able to be portable with it and take it with you, I think is just so important. So anyway, if I can do it and I can find time, I know you can. I do also have projects I want to tackle first lined up here on the table. I have been whittling my way through the pile. I want to I saw a picture, I think this was on Facebook, and I couldn't find a pattern for it anywhere, but it was these sort of little like zombie bears. I do have a pattern from a book, Amigurumi Friends, that I think the basic pattern will work, and I can adapt it to be these. So I am going to try to make at least one of those there, because they're just super cute. I might end up making more, but I did buy a bag of noses, and the noses have 12 in them. So I might make 12. Is there 12 or 6? No, there's 6 noses, 12 pieces. I might end up making 6 so I can use them up. So that's on the table. I'm gonna make some more tank tops. That's what the knitting thing I'm working on right now. All that cotton yarn right there, that's for tank tops. We'll have some sewing projects I'm gonna do when I have time, but they're out and they're available, and I'm not gonna be able to say, dang, I wanted to do that project, but I forgot where I put the pieces. They're right there. I'm also gonna clean those closets out. There's 2 of them. That's gonna be in a future vlog, and that might be the whole contents of the vlog, because I have a habit of just opening the doors and just shoving crap in there, and now it's getting to where I can't find stuff. So yeah, look forward to that. All right, that's it for this week. I'm gonna go over there and do today's daily drawing before they get back from their walk. I hope you've all had a great week. Look around in your art room and see what you can do or put together. For these, I could just take, once the word list is in here, I could take this and a pen, a big pen. And that would be my creative thing. That would fit real easy in a backpack or carry-on, or my, I don't really carry a purse that much anymore, but if I have a lot of purses, I could grab one and put this in there with my tablet and my phone. It doesn't have to be a big complicated project. Save the big complicated ones for when you're home and you have the time. But if you're like me and you just like making art and you want to make art more, try to find something that you can do that you can take with you. It could be a cross stitch. It could be a craft kit. Maybe there's a craft out there you haven't tried yet that you want to try. Find a little craft kit at the Dollar Tree or at Michael's that has all the parts in it that you need, not something that you need to add. It has everything except the screwdriver. You're going to need the screw, you know what I mean. Something that has all the parts in it that you can try. Or you could try Hobby Lobby, you could try Walmart, or of course Amazon. There's embroidery kits and cross stitch kits and all kinds of them. You could grab one of those. Maybe you already have, if you're like me, you've got the kit. Grab the kit, grab your sketchbook, grab your black pen. Yes, I use a Bic Crystal pen 99% of the time. And put that in your bag and take it with you. That's all it takes. So anyway, that's it for right now. Go out and share some creative, crafty love with those of you that you can. And if you have too much stuff that you've made and you like making it and you want to keep making it and you don't want to stop like me, and you've got a collection of bags in the corner, blankets, whatever. Find some people, you know, to give it to. There are a few things I love that I've made I'm not getting rid of, but, you know, I do really get special joy out of being able to share things with people. I love that. Like yesterday when Rachel and Jenny, adopted daughter Jenny, came over and Rachel needed some things. I really enjoyed gifting her some things. So that was really special. All right, that's it for this week. Check out the video description for relevant links. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll try to create some more crafty content in the upcoming weeks. No promises, but I'll try hard. And the most important thing is go out and do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. Try making these tags. They worked really well. Now I want to print some that are slightly bigger. Maybe set up the file so I have one sheet of little ones, one sheet of big ones. It'd be cute on the front of a bag. I like making bags. Anyway, that's it for this week. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.